Hey guys, welcome back to another energy check-in by zodiac sign. Today we are going to be picking up with the sign of Taurus. I will be linking below the other videos. I have two videos with the signs Scorpio through to Aries. In case you haven't seen those signs and you're interested in checking them out, I'm going to go ahead and link them in the description box below. I'm not quite sure how many signs we're going to get through today, but we'll see how many we can fit in. As always, I recommend you guys check out your sun, moon, and rising signs and any other important planetary placements that you guys may want to check out or are feeling called to listen to. I know a lot of people like to check out their Venus or their Mars. So yeah, I've already cleansed and cleared the space, set my intentions. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. Let's see what's going on for Taurus. Also guys, I do personal readings. So if you would like to dive deeper into your specific situation, or if you have any specific questions that you'd like to get guidance on, I'm here for you. I'd love to connect. I'd love to work with you. I'll leave my email in the description box below. Whoops. That's so funny that the Hierophant comes out because that's the Taurus card. But like I was saying, I'll leave my email in the description box below in case you guys are interested in getting further information, getting more details on the personal readings. Okay, so let's see, Taurus, what's going on for you? What would Spirit like to highlight for you? Let's check it out. What's going on for Taurus? The Hierophant came out. That card knew it wanted to come out. What's coming through for Taurus? Okay. Let's organize these. Okay, Taurus. So what I'm seeing here for you guys is that you guys might currently be feeling like you're really trapped in some kind of a situation, like you're just not able to see your way forward. You're feeling helpless in a situation where you feel like your hands are tied, like you just can't do anything to get yourself out of whatever situation you're in. It also looks to be like a difficult, chaotic situation. It looks to be like very destructive, like something looks like it's falling apart. Something looks like it's crumbling, and you're just feeling like it's out of your hands, like you really have no control in the matter. But Spirit is pointing out here that you have some kind of knowledge or some kinds of like wisdom, life experience here, or there's something that you were taught, something that you can rely on, like tradition, or maybe like beliefs. Like if you look to your spiritual beliefs or your religious beliefs, it can really help you navigate whatever this is that you are finding yourself in the midst of. There is like a teaching that you have or something that you can rely on, that you can count on to help you navigate the situation. I think Spirit is trying to tell you to seek to understand like higher values, higher principles, because I do see something like tearing apart, coming apart. This looks to be very tricky energy here. There is a structure here that's falling apart, and it's kind of like you don't really know where all of the pieces are going to land. You have no idea what to do in this situation. But there's something about like the structure of something really coming apart, the foundation of something really crumbling. So I think it's maybe like the way that you were doing something may not have really been up to par to these higher principles. Whatever is coming undone here, I feel like it's definitely for the best. Whatever is crumbling, I feel like it had a faulty foundation. So even though it seems like you're helpless, like There's nothing you can do. I feel that you just have to give it time, because you have to be able to change your perspective on this, to be able to see what's happening in a different light, because whatever is crumbling, I think it's for the best. I don't think it's a structure that, again, was like held to the highest standards. There was something corrupt about it here, which is why it's crumbling. So this could have to do with like something that someone taught you, or like a religion or religious beliefs, again, spiritual beliefs, something that you really maybe lived your life by, or something that you really abided by, adhered to. And now you're seeing that it was faulty in some way. Whatever structure that you were implementing, it's crumbling down. Something about it wasn't working. Something about it wasn't solid. And I think that this is actually a good thing, even though maybe you can't perceive it as being a good thing right now. I think in time, you will like change your perspective on it. You'll see this situation in a whole different light than how you're currently experiencing it now. Because something that seemed very stable and constant, and something that seemed like you could rely on it, it wasn't. It was like, it was not true. It was not the case. I do associate Taurus with being like hardworking and capable, and like really being able to stick to something for the long haul, you know, like commit to something for the long haul and not be afraid to get their hands dirty. This describes that Taurus energy. It's a very self-sufficient energy that likes prosperity, that likes abundance, that is very generous, and that enjoys the fruits of your labor. But I feel like there's something about this that was shady. Like you're finding out that maybe, I don't know, there's just something here that you thought was the real deal. And now you're seeing like that maybe you were tricked, or that there's like some underhanded behavior going on here. It could have something to do with like a contract or a business or some kind of investment. It could also have something to do with like property or land, or something that like you were building. I feel like this is something that you really committed yourself to and that you were developing, you know? And I feel like you did have the best of intentions, but there's something about this situation that you found out, again, was not up to par, that was not up to your standards, that was maybe like morally wrong in some way. And it may have like halted everything and crumbled everything. And now you're like, oh my God, you know, like I spent so much time I put so much effort into this. I was really building something. I was really growing something. I was really like counting on something. And now it seems that it's just crumbling. It's just falling apart. This could also be like a relationship, a marriage here. I'm seeing a lot of masculine energy. I'm getting like that you're a masculine, or you're in your masculine energy. Remember, we all have feminine and masculine energies, but of course, take it how it resonates. But yeah, this could be like the falling apart of a marriage, or any of the other things that I have already mentioned, like contracts, businesses, land, property. I feel like you found something out, like there was a lie, a trickery, something like this, and you realize that this wasn't built on solid ground, and that's why it's all coming crashing down. And yeah, you're just finding yourself in a really vulnerable position, because you're just like, what is going on? You know, you have to like process what's happening right now. And Spirit is just reassuring you that eventually you will see this whole situation from a different perspective, in a different light. You'll be able to see it clearer. You'll be able, you know, to make sense of things. But right now, while you're in the midst of it, I really don't think that's the situation, of course. Spirit is telling you to just focus on your emotional well-being, take care of yourself, and surround yourself with those people that can make you happy, that make you feel comfortable. Do things that make you happy. Make sure you prioritize your happiness, your well-being, because I do see you like being in a good position. I don't really see you like struggling in any way. I do see you being abundant here. So Spirit is asking you to remember, like, this abundance that you have, and to just like use it wisely. Use it right now to take care of yourself, to take care of your emotional state, to just surround yourself in places that feel good for you. Maybe like around water, bodies of water, or maybe they're saying like make sure you're drinking a lot of water. It could also be like you were investing in someone that wasn't being honest or something like that, and they're saying like take your resources elsewhere, pull out of this contract. This person is not reliable, they're not who they presented themselves to be. And so they're saying like, remember, you're in a position of power here, you still have this abundance, and you can just go elsewhere with it and invest elsewhere. I feel like Spirit is mostly saying that right now this might seem like such a big deal, like something really, really big, but they're saying like in the grand scheme of things, when you calm down, when a little bit of time passes, when you're able to process it, you're going to see that this was just like a small little bump in the road. Like this isn't as big as you're making it out to be. Maybe like you're making a mountain out of a molehill type of situation here. And it's not to invalidate what you're feeling. You know, it's okay. Just go through your process. I feel like in time you will see this clearly. Just give it time. Be patient. Take a step back. If you need to, just take a break. Surround yourself with your loved ones. Again, with what brings you happiness, with what brings you joy, pleasure. Remember that you are in a position of power here and that you can overcome this. 100% you can. And all you have to do is just stop investing in whatever you were investing in and just, again, move elsewhere. I feel like this is one of those situations that eventually you're going to just see it as like not really a big deal. Like, yeah, it caused its little trouble, you know, its little annoyances. But I feel like you're going to be able to move on from this pretty easily, pretty seamlessly, even if right now you feel like everything is just crumbling and everything is just not good. And of course, I feel like you might feel that because you feel like you were tricked, like you were lied to, you know, like the rug got pulled from underneath you. And, you know, maybe you're feeling a little bit helpless and a little bit vulnerable. But Spirit just wants to reassure you that you are still in a position of power. Something is being shaken that you really did believe in. And it's okay for you to feel how you feel. Just give it time. You're eventually going to get more information and your mind will change about the situation, okay? So that was your message. I truly hope that served you. As always, if you need any more guidance about this, I do personals. So I would love to further assist you if you feel that you need it. Thank you so much for being here with me today. We will be moving on now to the next sign. Okay, so the next sign we are doing is Gemini. Let's do Gemini. So let's tap into this Gemini energy. Ooh. That was a fail. So let's see what's coming up for Gemini. What's coming up for Gemini? What would Spirit like to communicate to you today, like to highlight to you, give you guidance on? The Tower card again. That card has been coming out so much. Okay. So let's see. What do we have here? I'm seeing you very focused, very in your power. I'm seeing you very in your masculine energy. You're very focused on your responsibilities, your duties, your job. Maybe really focused on making your money, on providing, on like managing other people even, like being a leader. If you're like the boss of a company or you're in a leadership position, you're really like focused on standing in that role. But I'm not sure here, Gemini. I feel like something needs your attention, and I feel like you're really, really focused, like, on your role, on your duties, your responsibilities, on what it is that you have to do. And, and you want to be very, like, disciplined, and you want to show up, and you want to do what you have to do, and just have kind of like this tunnel vision so that you can reach your goals, so that you can, like, overcome the competition or overcome the obstacles and get to where you need to get to and do what you need to do. But with this Tower card here, I'm seeing that there's something that you might be overlooking, or that you might, like, there's something that's happening around you that really needs your attention, I think. And you are already in this very, like, responsible energy, it seems, that, you want to be responsible, but there's something that you're overlooking here, and it needs your attention. And it's like, it's crumbling, it's falling apart. There's destruction energy here. And it's almost like you're trying not to look at it or deal with it, but it falls within the realm of your responsibilities. But it's like you're trying to get away from it. You're trying to move away from it. Maybe it's something that's very painful. It could have to do with, like, some kind of truth or some kind of conversation, some kind of communication that needs to be had. I feel like you're just not looking at the problem. It's like you're focused on everything else but what needs your attention right now, what really needs your attention right now. I feel like you might feel a little bit insecure when it comes to whatever this is. Like, maybe you don't feel, like, equipped to be able to handle the situation, or you feel like at a loss. Or again, you feel like it's not your problem, or you feel like it's just, there's nothing you can do. But I feel like whatever this is, it just can't be ignored. And I feel like it has to do with people, with other people. It could be family, siblings, a significant other, or the people you work with, the people that you have to deal with and talk to every day. I think there has to be a conversation here. It's like you're avoiding having a conversation. You're, like, trying to keep yourself really busy, trying to keep yourself really, like, focused on your work, on your duties, on your responsibilities. And there's something, it's kind of like being really hyper-focused on your job, on your work, what's happening at work, when there's, like, a problem happening at home that needs to be addressed. And you're avoiding it because, like, you're so busy with work, and maybe you feel a little bit incompetent when it comes to this situation. Like, maybe you feel, again, like you're not well equipped to handle the situation at home. And so you're trying to compensate by being, like, the best at work, because you're like, well, you know what, at least I know how to do my job, at least I do well here. So it's like you're trying to focus and overcompensate at work to not have to look at or deal with whatever's going on at home, or again within your relationships. But I just feel like this problem isn't going away. Like, Spirit is asking you to deal with it, to look at it. Because I feel like you're actively looking away from it. You're avoiding it. And I feel like, our home should be like a place of peace. You know what I mean? It should feel peaceful, harmonious, happy, not, chaotic, that you don't even want to go there. You'd rather work. You'd rather stay at work than to go home. It's like they're saying to just fix the problem, to look at it, to deal with it, to face it, so that we can bring balance to the situation. And so, like, the home life can be better, just more stable, more happy, or, whatever this is pertaining to, like, whether it's like your relationships. But yeah, I'm definitely seeing something to that effect here. I feel like there's something that you just need to let crumble. Like, you need to go through some type of, like, renewal process. Maybe you're afraid of having a conversation because you're afraid of, I don't know, like, what will be said or what will be revealed. You're afraid of something crumbling. You're afraid of something ending, but maybe this just needs to get done already so that we can move on with the process instead of, like, stay stuck and stagnant, I feel like there's anger here. Like, something needs to be said. Something needs to be expressed. You can't just sit on this. Because I feel like it's not going away. It's not going to go anywhere. This is something that needs to be dealt with. I mean, Spirit is saying, like, You are a person that is really responsible, and that once you set your mind to something, like, you're a hard worker, you know, you're determined, you're disciplined, you get it done. So they're saying to give this situation the same energy. Yeah, I just feel like something needs your attention. Something needs like your energy. And you not giving it your energy is just keeping it stuck and stagnant, and it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like bubbling. You know what I mean? Like underneath the surface. It's uncomfortable. And maybe again, like, you're just afraid to like deal with this because you know that it's a fight. I feel like you know it's going to be a fight, or you know it's going to be something that's tumultuous, something that's going to bring chaos. But from this chaos, eventually you're going to find harmony. It's like you have to go through it. You can't avoid it. The only way out is through. And so they're saying to like give your energy to it, so that you're not just staying stuck and stagnant in this situation, so that we can actually kind of like get the ball rolling, get it moving, you know, get out of the stagnant energy, even if it is something that is difficult. It's kind of like being courageous enough to face it, you know? So I feel like this is going to resonate for everyone in a very unique, specific way. So I feel like that's why it might be a little vague. Well, to me, it's vague. I don't know if you feel like it's vague. If it's resonating for you, I'm sure you know exactly what Spirit is talking about. But I'm thinking it's vague for me because it's going to resonate, you know, for everyone differently. So maybe that's why they don't want to get too specific. But yeah, Gemini, that's what I'm getting here for you. Again, I'm seeing a lot of masculine energy here. Like, there is something that you need to do, something that you need to act on, that you need to face. It doesn't look like it's easy. It looks like it's gonna cause a problem, or it's gonna be destructive or chaotic. But it's like, again, the only way out is through, and you can't avoid this part, you know? They're saying like there's no way around it. You have to go through this difficult situation, through this difficult part. Maybe like you have to have some type of conversation, again, with people, relationships, people in your life, whatever relationship might be suffering right now. I feel like it needs your attention, and it needs to go through this difficulty in order for you to finally like find your happiness and find your peace in the situation. Like, they're just saying it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to go away. Like, the longer you sit on it, the longer it's just going to fester and be there, kind of like bubbling under the surface. They're showing me that you are a very responsible person, and that right now it's just a matter of like, what are you being responsible to? Because it looks like you're putting a lot of your energy like in your work life, and it's because you're avoiding something else. And they're saying that something else also needs your energy and like your time, you know? But you're showing up in a strong position, so I feel like it's nothing that you can't handle. You just have to have the courage and the tenacity to just go through with it, to just follow through with it, commit to whatever, you know, you need to commit to, so that you can bring peace and harmony back into this situation, okay? So Gemini, that was your message. I truly hope that served you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. We are going to be moving on now to the next sign, which is Cancer. So let's see, Cancer. Let's tap into this Cancer energy. What is going on with Cancer? What would Spirit like to highlight for you today? Give you guidance on, bring up, let's see. Okay, Cancer. So let's see what we have here. Cancer, I'm seeing your energy right now being like in a very like cut and dry kind of place. Like, you're very like not emotional right now. You're very logical right now. You're just like looking at the facts and doing what you have to do, like making decisions, very clear-cut decisions, just based on the facts of the matter, regardless of how it makes you feel. I think you are just trying to be responsible, and you feel that you're doing the best thing for your future. But Spirit is showing me here that you don't have all of the information just yet. I think like you are confused here. I feel like you think you have all of the information. You're considering everything that you need to be considering, that you're being just, fair, and you're just doing what you have to do. I feel also like there's people looking at you, and like you're trying to be like a role model, and you're trying to do the right thing. And again, there is like a focus on the future, like doing the right thing now that's going to ensure for like a brighter future. Because I think that people are looking at you or something like that, or you're like in the public eye in some way, or people like might be looking to you for guidance, or like to be influenced by you, like whatever you do. I don't know, I just feel like you're being like watched, and so that's why you're like, okay, I have to make sure that I act right, because I'm being watched. For some of you, this could have to do with something like online. But yeah, I'm seeing that you're just not like really being too emotional about this. Again, you're being very black and white, very cut and dry, very matter of fact. And Spirit is showing me that you don't have the full picture, that there's like some pieces to the puzzle that you're missing here, that you are confused, even though you might not feel like you're confused. I feel like you think you have all of the pieces to the puzzle, but Spirit is letting me know that you don't. And so you might have kind of like a distorted viewpoint of things. And they are asking you to be just a little bit more nourishing, to be a little bit more like giving. Like they're saying that you have more to give, like you have resources that you can give. You can nourish in some way. You can be a little bit more caring, more protective. Like maybe they're saying you don't have to be in this very like strict and stern kind of an energy. That right now it would benefit you to be more kind, compassionate, nourishing, loving, caring, to be more in your feels, like to consider your emotions, your feelings, to kind of like treat whatever the situation is, to treat it with like love and compassion. I'm not exactly sure like what this is pertaining to, but it's saying like to treat it the same way that you would treat like your close friends. I'm not getting that you don't have people's highest interest, like best interest at heart. But I am seeing like you in a more cutthroat kind of an energy, and they are saying that maybe it'll be best for you to be more in like a loving energy, supportive energy, cooperative energy, to treat the situation the same way that you would handle it if it were your closest friends. Yeah, ultimately, I think Spirit is just saying like to be more loving, to be more kind and giving, to be like more soft. Maybe to like offer up some resources that you may have, to step more into that motherly, caring, comforting role, to be more warm. I feel like they're asking you to get more grounded, because you seem to be very like in your head and your mind about it, and doing like what logically feels correct. And I think things would just flow easier and be smoother if you step more into like that loving, compassionate energy. And I am seeing that, it might require you to need to put in a lot of effort, but they're saying like the effort that you put in is gonna pay off. I feel like this is how people might be more receptive to you, versus coming more from like this very logical, matter-of-fact kind of place, where it's like you're implementing all the rules and, without considering what someone may be going through or their needs, like, considering their human needs, their emotions. I feel like it's going to take you farther. And again, there's like that energy here of like being in the public eye in some way, or being seen, acknowledged, and noticed in some way. So instead of like feeling like you need to really, really abide by like the rules exactly as they are, you know, all of that, I think again, like it's going to be better for you if you just consider people's needs and just be more cooperative and compassionate. And maybe this is really what's going to give you praise, give people a reason to acknowledge you and praise you. And I feel like it's going to bring in more healing energy too. Like you have an opportunity here to handle something with grace, with love, with compassion. And it's like you're setting the standard, I think, in some way. Like people are kind of looking to you maybe to set a certain standard or to like influence something. So I think this is really how you're going to make a bigger impact and how you're going to bring more healing to the situation in the future. Even if it does require a little bit more effort and work on your part in the beginning, in the long run, I think it's definitely going to pay off, and you could even make some like really good relationships and friendships out of this because of how you choose to handle it, to navigate it. And I just feel like it's really going to be seen and noticed and appreciated. Okay, Cancer, so that was your message. I truly hope that served you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. We are going to be moving on now to the next sign, which is, who is it? Leo? Yeah, Leo. So let's see, Leo. What's coming up for you? What would Spirit like to highlight, give you guidance on today? Oh my goodness, that Hanged Man came out again. It was in that same position for Cancer's reading. Okay, so Leo, let's see. I'm seeing that you guys are feeling like very communicative. I don't know, I just feel like you guys are feeling like you want to talk, you want to communicate, you want to get together with people and have good conversation and express yourself. Maybe tell someone what you've been up to, or show someone what you've been up to, or talk about, you know, what you've been up to. I feel like you're excited about something that's happening in your life and you want to share it. But it's like you're not. You're not sharing it. You're not talking about it. Leo, I'm sensing that you're feeling like trapped or something. I feel like you want to say something, you want to talk about something. It's like you know exactly how you feel about something. You know what your stance is about something. And you want to express yourself, but you're staying quiet, you're staying small, you're hiding. You're feeling confined for some reason. You're holding back. Maybe what you want to express is difficult, or it's not a popular opinion. It feels burdensome or something. It feels heavy. But whatever it is, it's like, you know how you feel. You're very clear on it. You're clear about it, like where you stand, how you feel, how you're thinking about it, how you're understanding it, how you're perceiving it. I feel like this is something that you've thought about, you know, and that you have come to a conclusion about. But it's like you're afraid to express it or to be honest or something, because it's like, it feels like it's going to be a burden, or it's going to cause like some kind of oppression. I don't know for who, for you or for someone else. I'm not really sure like what is keeping you so stuck here. I feel like you're just not feeling confident to come out with it. to just come out and say whatever it is that you're feeling, to like go public about it, whatever this is. Because it's like once the cat is out of the bag, you can't take it back. And I think you might be afraid of what the reaction is going to be, how it's going to be taken. But Spirit is saying to just take your time, you know? Maybe there's something here that you still need to gain perspective on, get more information about, so that you can feel comfortable to say this. Or maybe you're waiting, you know, because you know it's not a good time. Like, for example, it's the holidays, you know, and maybe you don't want to like ruin this time of the year for certain people, or you know, like it's just not the time. And so you might be sitting on it. But I mean, Spirit is advising for you to just hang tight, hang back. Honestly, I feel like you're just being considerate and you're being kind. And it's like, you know that right now is not the good time. Again, maybe it is because it's the holiday season or something, and you just know, like, I don't know, like you're holding back from expressing something, from having some kind of communication. But I feel like you know exactly how you feel about something, and you are just dying to express it. You're dying to express yourself, because it's like you want to move forward. You want to move on with your life. You're ready to get the ball rolling, to get the ball moving in a certain direction. You're ready to like just continue forward with your life. I feel like you know what you have to do. You know what you have to say. But you're just waiting. You're just hanging back, maybe for like a better moment, because you know right now is not the time. And maybe you're just considering other people. I feel like, again, like you just are being responsible. You're being just, you're being fair. It's almost like you just can't wait to say it. Like you're feeling very trapped and stuck, and you're just like, oh my God, I just can't wait to say it. I can't wait to like just, you know, tell people. Like it's almost like it just can't come soon enough, you know, the time where you can express it. It could have to do with like some kind of work situation. Maybe you're switching jobs, you're switching careers. Maybe there will be like a decrease in pay for the time being, but it's like, you know, this change has to happen. Again, I feel like it's something that you thought through. And I feel like at this point, you're just considering like other people, because maybe you just don't want to burden other people right now with this change. I also feel like these people might tell you not to leave. I don't know. Like, you know that you're going to get pushback. Like if you're trying to leave somewhere, it's like, you know that you're going to, you know that they're going to tell you like not to leave, not to go, but it's like, you know, you just want to go. You know, you want to leave. You've already thought it through. There's nothing that can really change your mind about it. I also feel like, you know, you do go back and forth sometimes as well. I think Spirit is telling you like not to overthink it too much. You know, like I feel like you're creating all of these scenarios in your head. Like you're like, oh, well, when I tell them this, then they're going to come back to me with this response. And then, you know, then I have to tell them this. And, you know, just wait till it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like just wait for when it's the right moment, when you feel like it's the right moment to express yourself, and then just cross that bridge when you get to it. You know, try not to overthink it. Try not to create all of these scenarios in your head of what's going to happen. And just know that you are going to be able to handle whatever happens, whatever comes from it. You're going to know how to handle it, and just trust that you're going to be making the best decisions for yourself, and stay true to yourself. You know, I feel like you are going to need to have strength to go this way, and you're going to have to be like wise and prudent. But I feel like Spirit is saying, trust yourself. You're thinking about this in a very clear way. You know how you feel about it, so just trust yourself and know that you're capable, that you can do this. You're strong enough. I don't know, I just keep getting like someone's going to want to tell you to stay, and you don't want to stay. I'm getting that you don't want to stay. I'm hearing that song from Taylor Swift, Say Don't Go, but I am seeing that you're ready to go. You're ready for a change. Because where you are, you feel small, you feel trapped, you feel stuck. You want to like get yourself to a better environment, to a better place where you can feel victorious, where you can feel maybe like more acknowledged, more seen, more valued, more appreciated. I feel like where you are now, you're not getting that. You're not getting what you need. But you feel like the future is bright for you. And I feel like you can make it happen, Leo. I really do. I think spirit is on your side, and I think you're on the right trajectory. You have the right mindset, and you're on your way towards like abundance and getting yourself to a more stable position. Okay, Leo, so that was your message. I truly hope that served you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. We are going to be moving on now to the next sign, which is Virgo. So let's see, Virgo. What is going on for Virgo? What would Spirit like to highlight? What would Spirit like to give you guidance on? Okay, Virgo. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, Virgo. So I'm seeing that you might be finding yourself like in a very difficult situation, like you're finding yourself in like a harsh ending, like something is ending really badly, really harshly. You're not going through a great time right now. Things feel very heavy. Maybe you feel very like betrayed and hurt, and I don't know, it just looks like you're in a painful kind of an energy where you feel like you're drowning, and maybe like no one has your back, or you're just feeling very hurt by something, very like unsupported and like at rock bottom. I feel like you're drowning in your pain and your sorrow. And this could be like making you feel very unmotivated, uninspired to like wake up and go about your day and live your life and be excited for your life, you know, which is very normal. You know what I mean? Don't feel bad for feeling like you're uninspired or unmotivated, or you're just like unhappy, because it looks like you are going through like some heavy emotions here, something very heavy. There looks to be like a lot of pain here. And I think you're just trying your best to calm the waters, you know, to like find peace in the midst of chaos, in the midst of something that is uncomfortable. You're just trying to find your peace. You're just trying to settle down, like settle your emotions down, settle your mind, so that you can find a solution, so that you can find a way forward. So I think that's what you do need to focus on, is just calming down, finding peace, making sure you're breathing, making sure you're finding time to like sit and rest, even if it feels like things are up in flames all around you, you know? Yeah, you're just not feeling like you're in a good place. I feel like, I don't know what happened, Virgo, but you're feeling totally defeated. But just know that when we're experiencing like these kind of emotions, like when we're in the thick of it like this, that it's very possible that, you know, you're kind of like not seeing things very clearly, or you could be like blowing it up, you know. I don't want to say that you're blowing it up out of proportion, but, you know, I feel like you know this, because I am seeing that you're trying. Like I'm seeing that you're really trying to like find your peace, find your balance, to breathe, to calm yourself down. I'm seeing that you're trying, okay? And I know it's difficult because I feel like this is very fresh, whatever it is. It's like, it seems like you're in the thick of it. I think Virgo had a really difficult reading last time too. So I'm sending you guys all my love. Big hugs to you, Virgo. I have to say, I love Virgos. Like, it's a very consistent thing with me. Like, I'm able to talk with Virgos really well. Like, I'm always able to express myself to a Virgo, and like, I don't know, I just feel like we always have great conversations, and I feel very understood and very heard. And like, I always feel very comfortable and to like open up to a Virgo and be very honest and like have like those vulnerable conversations, and like they always flow. It's just something that happens. I don't know. with me and Virgos, but I love you guys. And, you know, I'm a Capricorn, so we are sister signs. So it like hurts me to see you guys in this energy, if this is resonating for you. Hopefully not, but if it is, you know, this too shall pass. And I am seeing that, like, because there's so much pain and so much hurt here, and you feel like you lost something, you're at a loss, you feel defeated, you feel kind of, again, like rock bottom type of energy, that sometimes when we're in that energy, like, we're not seeing it clearly. Like, we're seeing like worst case scenario, and we're seeing like, you know, we're going to be in this energy forever, and we're not seeing a way out of it. And, you know, we could kind of be creating like worst case scenarios. Like, our mind can be our own worst enemy. So just watch out for that. I feel like you're so aware about this though, because I'm seeing you trying. Like, I'm seeing you really, really trying. So this is a difficult situation, but again, this too shall pass. You're going to feel clean of this situation soon. You're going to be able to overcome it. You're going to be able to get past this obstacle, to overcome, okay, to be victorious. This is going to be just something of your past, you know, like one day you're going to see like, wow, I remember when I was in this really tough situation and I didn't think I was ever going to get out of it, or I didn't think I was ever going to feel better. And look at me now, you know, I've leveled up, I overcame, I rose up, I stayed determined, I stayed disciplined, I stayed strong, I stayed optimistic. And then you're going to see yourself like in a brand new beginning and feeling great to be in this brand new beginning, feeling like reborn, feeling like, you know, you're new and improved, like you've grown so much from whatever this experience is that you're going through. And this experience is not going to taint you forever. Just know that. Like, I feel like you are going to be clean of it for real. Like, it's not something that's going to leave a scar or like a trauma. You're really going to come out on top, having learned something valuable, and it's like growing you and making you better and leveling you up in some way. It's like you're going to come out of this better, and you're going to feel good too. Like, you're going to feel so positive, so optimistic, so ready for what's next, you know? You're not going to be afraid. You're not going to be scared. You're going to be ready to go, ready to experience life, to see what life has to offer, to see what life has to bring you. You're not going to be afraid, you know, to open up. I feel like you're going to be so open, because I feel like this is teaching you like how to spot it, you know, like you're going to be able to spot this energy from a mile away, so you know to avoid it. You're going to be able to spot like this toxic energy. It's like you're going to really value your freedom and having like no strings attached. So whenever there's like a string, like, I don't know, you're going to be able to see like if there's strings attached, if there's something that's binding, something that's controlling, something that's toxic, that has just bad energy. You're going to see it. You're going to know it. Because again, it's like I'm getting that word again, clean. You're going to be clean of it. So it's like when you come across it, it's going to be very clear, very obvious. So you're going to be able to like move away from it, get away from it, not invite it in because of what you've been through. Like, you're learning something very valuable. You're becoming stronger, and you're learning something from this. You're not going to fall into the same trap again. And I feel like it's gonna try to come in again. Whatever this is that you're dealing with, eventually, it's like it might try to make its way back, and you're going to put a stop to that real quick, because you're going to be like, I know exactly what this is. I could smell this from a mile away. And you're going to be very confident within yourself to make that judgment call, to be like, hell no, you know, like, hell no, to the no, 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 hell to the no, no. You're just going to be like, absolutely not. That is not what I am inviting in. You can go somewhere else with that nonsense. This is so beautiful, Virgo. Seriously, like, you're cleaning yourself of something. It's like you're detoxing, you're cleaning yourself, which is amazing, because it's like, because you're cleaning yourself of it, that's why it's going to be so noticeable whenever you see it. You're going to know to stay away from it because you did this work. It was like you had an alchemical change. You're literally changing from within, from whatever this is that you're going through. So because of that, I feel like you're only going to allow in harmonious, peaceful vibes and energy and people and situations. Like you're gonna know, you're gonna be able to sniff it out. And this is the only thing that's going to be allowed in your space. So it might be very painful right now, but just know that you're never gonna be hurt from this again. It's painful right now to have to go through it, but it's never gonna be able to hurt you again. And that's the promise. That's the light at the end of the tunnel. That's the rainbow for you. That's beautiful. I love that so much. You're really growing in wisdom here. Definitely. And I love that you're not like bitter about it. To me, that's like the best part. Because it seems like you're going through something really difficult, really like terrible, horrible. But at the end of the day, it's not going to be the end of you. You're going to come out of this stronger than ever, more confident than ever. Okay, Virgo? So much love to you guys. That was your message. I truly hope that served you. We are going to be moving on now to, last but not least, Libra. Let's see, Libra. Ooh. Let's see, Libra. What would Spirit like to communicate to you? What would they like to highlight to you, Libra? Okay. Alrighty, so let's see what is going on with you, Libra. So Libra, I think right now what's like your focus is on your money, what you've built up, your finances, your home, your family. I feel like this is where you're focused on right now. I feel like you're just trying to find peace in this situation. You're trying to find clarity because there's something here that like you're not liking or you're finding boring. Maybe you're finding your job or your home life or something that's well established. Like you're finding it to be just like monotonous, boring, like you're not really looking forward to anything. Your finances look to be really good though. You look to be like in a very stable place, in a stable position, financially speaking. I feel like you've built up a lot for yourself, but maybe like in building up your life and building up whatever you've built for yourself, it's like it takes a lot of effort and a lot of work to maintain it. And I think you're trying to figure out like, okay, how can I keep up with my responsibilities? Because it looks like you have to provide in some way. Maybe you are like providing and you're trying to see like, how can you keep up with these responsibilities? Maybe like in a way that's more exciting. I'm just sensing that you're bored and that you're tired. It's like you're good, you're in a stable place, but you have so much to do and you're just tired and you just need to sleep and you need a nap. But it's almost like you can't because you're so busy. Like you're so... like a lot of things fall on you. A lot of things are your responsibility. I'm seeing like a providing type of an energy, like you're providing something. So I think you're just trying to see like how can you change this? Like how can you change your situation? How can you make more time for rest, make more room for rest? How can you lighten your load a little bit? And you're trying to like plan for that. I think it'll be really good for you if you can to take some time off, to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Again, I'm seeing that you're very busy. You have a lot going on, but I also see that you have help around. So don't be afraid to ask for help because I think you need some time to rest. And I feel like something is coming through for you, Libra. You're going to get some kind of relief. like spirit is going to show up for you. Spirit is going to show up for you. They're going to like give you a hand in some way or give you some direction. If you don't already have like direction, if you don't already know what way to move forward in, like you're going to get that support from someone or from spirit. I feel like it's coming through love, compassion, support, forgiveness even, if that resonates, if that's needed here. Things are looking really good for you, Libra. Like it looks like luck is really on your side. Things are going to continue to progress for you in the best way. And I think you're going to find a better balance when it comes to like work life, okay? Even if it's not like noticeably apparent right away, I feel like you're going to start making the moves to eventually get yourself to that place. Even if like there's a lot of work still involved, you know? Like you still have to dedicate yourself to your work and to what you're doing. I feel like you still have to dedicate yourself to something. But it's like in the meantime, you are making plans, you are making moves to get yourself to a better place where you're going to feel just freer and just better and like you're on a better path, where you feel like things are expanding for you, where you feel like things are opening up for you. I feel like you're being blessed. And I feel like you're going to have a new beginning. You're going to get a new creative idea or inspiration or something. But I am seeing like a lot of work, like a lot of burden here. And you are going to need to like defend your position. You're going to need to defend yourself, but you're going to be happy with your results in the long run. Okay, so just stay true to yourself. And if you feel like you need like some kind of guidance, like spiritual guidance, religious guidance, or like, you know, counsel, to seek some kind of like professional advice, I would say go for it. Like, if you need to go to therapy or something, I feel like that would be really good for you right now. Maybe they're going to give you like really good advice, you know, that's really going to help you and really going to give you ideas and inspire you and give you, again, like ideas and ways that you can move forward, that you can change your situation. I am seeing like a lot of hard work is still going to need to be put in. But again, it's like momentarily, it's like temporary while you're making the changes you need to make. And eventually it's going to be better for you. Even if like you can't see that right away, you're moving towards something that's just better, where you're still going to be abundant, you're still going to be stable, but maybe like where you don't have to put in so much of the work. I feel like you're going to have help, you're going to have support, and you're just going to feel happy with how it turns out and with where you're headed. It's going to feel good, and you're going to feel like you're on your path, like you're doing what you need to be doing, even though you might be very anxious right now and like you're not really sure how it's going to all work out. Spirit is showing me that you're going to be successful, but it's going to take time, it's going to take patience, and I think like it's going to take some work. Like there's something you have to work on, commit yourself to, you know, like work hard on first. So maybe like if you're switching careers or something, for example, like maybe you have to go back to school, or like you have to get a certification and you're going to have to really work hard. But once you're done and you get it out of the way, it's like, it's going to be better for you, you know? It's going to feel better. There's going to be more balance. You're going to have more support. Maybe you're not going to feel so overworked anymore. And I just do feel also like Spirit is really here, present with you, and they are going to show up for you, and they're going to give you a hand. Because I know like you might be feeling anxious right now and you just don't know how you're going to do it and how it's all going to happen, but just trust in Spirit, you know, do your part and trust that Spirit is going to swoop in, and they're going to give you a hand, and they're going to like be like the winds beneath your wings, you know, and they're going to help you out in some way here. Again, whether it's like through a therapist or however it comes through, I just feel like it is going to come through. So just trust and believe, okay, Libra? Things are looking really, really good for you, even though that might not be like super clear and apparent right now in this moment. I hope that brought you some clarity, some comfort. Sending you all my love. that was your message. And that's it. We went through all 12 of the zodiac signs. So again, I will link the other videos in the description box below so you can find any other signs you would like to watch. Thank you guys so much for watching and for being here with me today. As always, I do provide personal readings if you feel like you need more guidance, more information. I'm here for you. I'll leave my email in the description box below so that you can shoot me an email and I'll send you all of the details regarding that. I would love to work with you and to connect with you. So much love to you all. Take good care of yourselves, and until next time, bye.